Our school, Michael Nagar Shikhaniketan, government-sponsored co-ed English medium higher secondary, has taken an excellent initiative in conducting online classes through YouTube channel. Even in this pandemic situation, our school did not step aback in providing and enhancing knowledge to the students. So, it's a request to the viewers, please like, comment and subscribe.
Welcome back class 9. Today we are going to study the rest of the previous part, that is the heart and the blood vessels, which we have left from the earlier class of the topic named circulation. So today we are going to study a bit about human heart. So the first thing comes to mind about a human heart is these are 4-chambered heart. It is having total 1, 2, 3, 4 chambers, okay, and it is conical in shape. So we are going to study the structure as well as the function and how the heart works and how the heart pumps the blood and it takes it to the lungs, and everything we are going to study in this class. So the next topic, the next part will be the structure of the heart. So as you can see, it is a conical in shape and it is placed in the middle of your chest. It is placed in the middle of your chest and it is slightly, not slightly, like totally, most of the times bended at the left. So that is why we tell the heart is in the left side, but it is not present totally in the left. It is present in the middle of your chest and it is inclined towards the left. So as told earlier, it's having 1, 2, 3, 4 chamber. That is why it's called 4-chambered heart, and it has a outer covering. Can you see this? This outer covering called pericardium. Okay. So this outer covering is called pericardium, and the topmost chamber is known as atrium or auricle, and the bottommost chamber is known as the ventricle. So now we are going to study how the blood comes and which place and goes to which place. So there are two big veins, huge veins known as vena cava. So those vena cava, number 1 is superior vena cava and number 2 is inferior vena cava. So what happens, from the superior vena cava, all the deoxygenated blood from the thoracic part, from head and the thoracic parts of your body will come here, and it will be collected here, and from the bottom part of your body, from your legs and stomach, all the deoxygenated blood will come from inferior vena cava and it will be collected here. So what is this place called? This is the right atrium or right auricle. So the right auricle will always carry the deoxygenated blood. So this, after coming here, what will happen? It will give pressure. It is going to give a lot of pressure in these three things. What are these 3 things? It's like a door. So if you push the door, then you are going to enter the class or you enter a room. So what happens, here is a door present and this door is known as tricuspid valve, since there are 3 valves present and hence it is known as tricuspid valve. So what happens, after the blood coming from both your upper and lower part of the body, it fills up the right atrium and it will pressure this valve to open it, and when it will be opened, the blood will come to the next chamber, that is the right ventricle. The right ventricle also carries the deoxygenated blood, that is why it is colored in blue. Blue means deoxygenated blood. So after coming in the right ventricle, the blood will do what? It will push again another door. It will again go to another room, another door it will go. So can you see this? These are the 2 valves that it will be pushed by it, and this valve is known as pulmonary valve or semilunar valve. It is known as what? Pulmonary or semilunar valve. So it will be pushed there and will enter another vessel. So what is the name of this vessel? The name of this vessel is pulmonary artery. This is the only artery present in the body that carries deoxygenated blood. So normally blood vessels are having like two parts, that there are two types of blood vessels, vein and artery. So vein always carry deoxygenated blood and artery always carries oxygenated blood. But this is the only artery, this is only exceptional, the only artery that carries the deoxygenated blood known as pulmonary artery. So what happened? From the right ventricle, the deoxygenated blood will go to the pulmonary artery by pushing this valve known as pulmonary valve or semilunar valve. So after going there, can you see its two branches? One branch is this one, another branch is this one. This is a pulmonary artery as well. So the blood will go here and it will go from here, from this vessel, and from this vessel to the two lungs. It will go to the two lungs. There are two lungs present. So from what happens here in the lungs, what is there? There are small ear-like sac. Okay. So what happened? The vessel will go there and it will give off the deoxygenated blood. Deoxygenated blood means a lot of carbon dioxide present. So it will give the deoxygenated, it will give off the carbon dioxide and it will take the oxygen from the lungs, from the areoles, from the lungs it will take, and after from the air sac it will take the oxygen, the oxygenated blood, and it will return back to the heart. It will return back to the heart. From where it will return? Through where it will return? It will return through pulmonary veins. Look, these two are the pulmonary veins. So pulmonary vein is the only vein that carries the oxygenated blood. The only exceptional vein that carries the oxygenated blood. So after the vein is taking the oxygenated blood from the lung, after the filtration, after giving of the carbon dioxide and taking the oxygen, it will return back to the heart in the third chamber. This third chamber is known as the left atrium or left auricle. It is known as what? It is known as the left atrium or left auricle. So after returning to the left atrium, it will again push this door or this valve. This valve is made of two valves are making this pathway, this door. So that is why it is known as bicuspid valve. It is known as what? It is known as bicuspid valve or mitral valve. It is known as bicuspid or mitral valve. From there, it will again enter where? In the fourth and the last chamber of the heart, that is known as the left ventricle. So after entering the left ventricle, what will the blood do? The blood will again push. The blood will again push this. Can you see this? This particular door or particular valve known as aortic valve. So it will push this valve and it will enter another vessel. This, can you see this big vessel? This vessel is known as aorta. See, this vessel is known as the aorta. This is the largest artery present in your body. So if the question comes, what is the name of the largest artery in your body, you are going to write aorta, not pulmonary artery. So after it enters the aorta will then transfer all the blood through various vessels. Can you see it here? So from various vessels to the rest of your body. It will transfer the blood to the rest of your body. And another thing which is not given here, that is, can you see this pink part? This is the separation of the left and the right part of your heart. This separation is known as septum, S-E-P-T-U-M. This is known as septum. So as in summary, what have you learned? That in the right part of the heart, deoxygenated blood will be there, and in the left part of your heart, oxygenated blood will be there, and the blood and the heart is connected to your lungs. This is the reason why we say that these two organs will never stop working. If they stop working, you may die or the person may die. They are connected even if you are sleeping, even if you are resting, even if you are working, if you are eating, doing whatever, these two organs will continue to work. They will constantly be working without a rest. Even if you sleep, your brain also rests. If you sleep, you do not remember the things that happen in the meantime in which we have slept. So the brain also rests, the stomach, the other organs, kidney, every organs rest except this and the lungs. They constantly do their work by filtration, by filtering the blood. Okay. So the next we are going to study about another interesting topic that is known as double circulation. So human are having this particular thing known as double circulation. So what is double circulation? See, as you have earlier read, as you have earlier studied, that blood is coming from the vena cavas, superior or inferior. So after coming from the vena cavas, what happens? They are going to the atrium, to the ventricle, again there it is going, and from the ventricle it is going to the lungs. It is going to the lungs for filtration, and from lungs it is returning back to the heart. So this circulation, so this particular circulation is known as pulmonary circulation, from the heart to the lungs, from the heart to the lungs, then again from the lungs back to the heart. This circulation is the pulmonary circulation, and again after filtration, just now we have studied that it is coming back to the heart, then it is going to the then it is going to the left auricle and ventricle and to the aorta and to the rest of the body. So when the blood goes from the heart to the rest of your body, from the rest of your tissue, then again it goes back to your heart carrying the deoxygenated blood. This circulation from heart to tissue, then again back to heart, this circulation is systemic circulation. So can you see there are two circulations there? Their heart is doing like two roundups, it's going two pathways. So this is the reason why the human heart has double circulation. So you can write it in your own words, but do write the specific things that is present in this part. Okay. So the next we are going to study is the systole and diastole. So what is systole and diastole? See, so when the heart is occupying the blood from both the deoxygenated and the oxygenated blood, from here it is coming from the various tissue, and from here it is coming from the lungs. So what happens? The heart will swell up. The heart will swell up. So when this occurs, we will call the term as diastole. When the heart is relaxed, like it has swelled up and relaxed, and when the blood goes from the ventricles to the lungs, or from the left ventricles to the various part of the body, the blood is going away. So it will become contracted. It will become like contracted. Then it will be known as, this term is known as systole. So term is known as systole. I remember one thing which I have forgotten to tell, that is, all this working occurs simultaneously. It doesn't mean like if the blood is coming from the atrium, from the right atrium to the ventricle, what happens? When it's coming from the right atrium to the ventricle, simultaneously here the blood is also coming. And again, when this part is emptied, blood will gush out, blood will gush in and occupy this empty place. And after, when the blood goes from this part to the pulmonary artery, again the blood will gush here. So no chambers are left empty. no chambers are left empty. The work constantly occurs continuously, systematically. Okay. So the next we are going to study about the various type of special tissues that are present in your heart. Number one, we are going to study this part is very interesting. So we are going to study some name. So on your atrium, on your right atrium, there is a switch like thing present that is known as SA node. That is known as SA node. So what is SA node? It is like a switch. When you enter your room, when you enter the room, you will do what? You will push the switch and the fan will start running. Okay. So exactly same happens here. When what happens, the SA node is like it controls everything. When the SA node is pushed, it gives a electric impulse. That impulse will be spread to the upper part of the heart. That is upper chamber of the heart. The impulse will push. The impulse will run. Okay. Another valve that is present in your body is AV node or atrioventricular node, and this is known as sinoatrial node, and this is atrioventricular or AV node. So what is the work of AV node? After it works as a gatekeeper. So if you are having a gateman in your home, in front of your home, so a person is going to enter your house. After it gets a permission from the gateman, that if the gateman says, okay, you are allowed to enter, then only the person can enter your home. Same happens here. It is like a gatekeeper. What happens after the SA node gives the electric impulse, the AV node will pass the impulse to the lower chambers of the heart, that is the ventricles. The AV node will pass the impulse generated by the SA node to the lower chambers, that is the ventricular part of the heart. So these are two terms which you need to know. Another term, that is bundle of His. Can you see this? So bundle of His is present at the septum. And what is the work of bundle of His? The work of bundle of His is to conduct the impulse for the heartbeat. It will regulate the heartbeat by conducting the electric impulse generated by the SA node. The next and the last part of this specific tissue is the Purkinje fiber. So Purkinje fibers are present at the end, and they are very fine thread. They are very fine, very thin threads. And what is the work of the Purkinje fiber? They acts as the pathway. They acts as a pathway between the electric impulse generated by the SA node, and it spread the electric impulse throughout the muscle of the heart. So the Purkinje fiber spread the electric impulse throughout the muscle of the heart from the SA node. So these are the four important special tissues, that is. Now we are going to study that the slide I have not made, but please remember they are the types of blood vessel. Number one is vena cava. Vena cava has two parts, superior and inferior. Number two is pulmonary artery and pulmonary vein. Number four is aorta, and you know the rest, which is the artery, veins, capillaries. Artery carries oxygenated blood, veins carries deoxygenated blood, and the rest you know, which I have discussed earlier. Now after this, there are some topic which is not present in your book, but you have to know, that is the heartbeat and heart pulse. So what is heartbeat? Heartbeat means the way you have seen in the first slide, the structure of heart, you have seen the valves. So what happens when the valves move? When the blood pushes the valve and goes downward from the atrium to ventricle, when the valves are moved, then it returns to its path and it will make a sound, that is lub. And similarly in the in the bicuspid valve another sound is made when the blood is pushed from there also, that is dub. That dub is the heartbeat. That is that by the opening and closing of the valves, the sounds are coming. This is the heartbeat. That means how much the blood is being pumped in a minute. That is the heartbeat. And what is the heart? What do you mean by pulse? Pulse means there is a rhythmic throbbing. The working is done as a rhythm. So this rhythmic throbbing is known as pulse, that can be felt in your wrist or in your neck. So these two words you should remember. So by this we have completed your chapter, that is circulation, and in the next class we are going to discuss the next topic. So thank you, stay well, goodbye.
Subscribe. Click on the bell. Like, comment, share.